I know today's model is bringing her own hats, but I thought I'd have a rummage through our collection, and I've got quite a few hats, and they mostly have wide brims, which is great because that's actually the theme for today's video. Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey, and you're watching Adorama TV, brought to you by Adorama, the camera store that's got everything for us photographers, except hats that actually fit me and look good, because actually no hats look good on me. Wide-brimmed hats are a fantastic prop. I love using them, but they cause a whole bunch of lighting problems. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to deal with that in a creative manner. Right, whilst I'm getting a few things ready, you should be clicking on the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss a video right here on Adorama TV. What I need to do is get a light set, let's get a model in, let's get shooting. Oh. To help me out today, I've got the awesome Charlotte. Charlotte's going to be the model for this shoot, and as you can see, she is wearing a wide-brimmed hat. So let's take a shot with this setup just to see the problems with a wide-brimmed hat. So what I've got up here is a Flashpoint Explore 300. I've just got it in a standard reflector. It's already metered for f8, 250th of a second, ISO 200, the native settings for my camera. Here's what we get. Okay, Charlotte, quick test shot. And although I get a perfectly fine exposure, there's something missing. Half of Charlotte's face is in shadow, and that's being caused by the wide brim of the hat. What I've done is I've changed things ever so slightly. I've moved Charlotte further away from the dark background. That background is now going to go black. I'm also going to get the metering right as well. I could use trial and error. I like to use a flash meter. And if I'm going to use a flash meter, the position of this is vital. Because if I put this underneath the brim of Charlotte's hat, then all I'm going to do is meter for the shadows. So if you are going to use a flash meter, make sure you keep it in the light from the flash. And to know where that's going to be, it's really helpful to have a modeling lamp that allows you to see exactly where the light's going to fall. So Charlotte, I'm going to hold this just close to your chin. And I'm going to get this to match my camera settings, which is f8. And when I do, we should have a picture with lots of contrast, but also control. Okay, Charlotte, here we go. Now you'll notice that we still can't see Charlotte's eyes. And this time, that's on purpose, because you don't actually have to see your model's eyes for it to be a portrait. Embrace that, make that work for you, and take some shots using that principle. So with that in mind, let's take a few shots like this. Charlotte, are you ready? Okay, here we go. So what I'd like you to do, Charlotte, is lift a shoulder up for me and drop the other shoulder down. So a little real down. There you go. Straight onto me and just tilt your head that. There you go. Really quickly, I realized that what I need is a background light, so I set up this strip box to be a separation light, and this is what it looks like with just the light from that strip box. And here's how it looks combined with the front light, and that feels like a much better balanced picture to me. So back to the photo session. So what if you don't want to go creative? What if you actually need to see your subject's eyes? How do you deal with that? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do it. The first and easiest way is to switch to something like this, a softbox. This should solve my problems. It's a bigger light source, a softer light source, so the shadows aren't so harsh and defined. Let's see if it works. Okay, Charlotte, here we go. I'm going to take a little test shot just to see what we get. And the answer to that one is emphatically no. So why didn't this work? Well, this might be a nice big soft light source, but its position is above the height of the brim of the hat. So there's still shadows in this photo. To fix it, well, there's a couple of things we could do. I could ask Charlotte just to look at the light. That would definitely fix the problem. Or I can move the light. So if I lower it down, as I drop it down here, now some of the light is below the height of the brim of the hat, which means that some of the light from this softbox will go up and light Charlotte's eyes. Some of the light will also light Charlotte's hat, so I'm getting the best of both worlds here. Let's see how this looks. Okay, Charlotte, here we go, quick little test photo. Now, you don't want to go too low, otherwise the light will actually come up and you'll have underlit shots. It doesn't look particularly flattering. Okay, so Charlotte, if you're ready, okay, let's take a few shots like this. This time you'll notice I've got Charlotte right up against the grey paper background, and that's important because I didn't want the background to go completely black. A little splash of light on the background made all the difference. Of course, there is another way you can make wide brim hats work for you, and that is to choose a wide brim hat that has some translucency to it. So this is a different hat, it looks different, it'll photograph different. It's got a much wider brim, but have a look at this. Okay, Charlotte, here we go, quick test shot. Even though it has a wide brim and I've got the light above the height of the brim of the hat, it's still allowing a little bit of light through. So not all hats are the same. And then there is, of course, dealing with the hat in a more creative way. So Charlotte, can I ask you just to tip your hat, well, as far back on your head as it'll go? So as Charlotte tips it back, the look of this shot changes completely. Let me show you how this looks. Okay, Charlotte, here we go. Quick test shot. And this looks completely different. How much more exciting is that? And you've probably noticed this light back here. This is a second light, it's a Flashpoint Evolve 200. And I've got it firing straight at the background. That opens up a world of creative possibilities. But what I've done with this one is put it on half power, which is gonna throw a lot of light back here and completely change this picture. So let's make sure it's turned on. And Charlotte, here we go, quick little test shot. I'll take the same shot again. But have a look at how this has changed. I've gone with this nice high key white background. And if you want to know how to create this, check out my previous video on shooting your first high key photo session. You'll find a link for that in the description below. I really love this look. It's so simple but so powerful and fits in with Charlotte's change of style as well. In fact, we can take it even further because we can add in a pair of stripy sunglasses. Yes, we're going to go for a stripy theme for our last set of shots. Charlotte, I'm going to give you that. And if you're ready, we'll take a few shots like this. Here we go. Nobody's ever going to wear a hat like this, it's a bit crazy, but that's the thing about photography. If you do things that are a bit unusual, you'll create images that are a little unusual. The bigger the hat, the bigger the potential for lighting problems. It kind of goes hand in hand, but think of it like this. The bigger the brim of the hat, the bigger the potential for amazing photos. Think positively. Now, if you've enjoyed this video or you've got any questions, leave me a comment down below. Click on the bell icon and you'll never miss a video right here on Adorama TV. And look, I've found a use for the hat. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.